my name's Jen. I am going to talk to you today for my informative speech regarding Germany. That is my main culture background, closely followed by Cherokee American Indian. I am really what you call a mutt, typical American. I have many cultures that influenced who I am and who I've become. But with me, German is the most on my side, and then my husband's family is actually almost completely German. His mom is half and his dad is 100%. Uh, for me, I've lived a pretty normal American lifestyle, not too much as far as cultures in any way really influencing who we were. We just kind of were American kids. Um, but as I got older, I found more about traditions, especially when I met my husband about 17, almost 18 years ago at this point. Uh, I found out about the customs, the food. My favorite, of course, is the beer. I don't drink very often at all, maybe once or twice a year, but when I do, I really do like the heavier German beers, the stouts, even if they are warm, which typically a traditional German beer would be. If you've ever attended an Oktoberfest, typically you're not going to get that nice cold drink that you're looking for, but it's still very, very good once you acquire the taste. German people, they are most comfortable with routine, with very structured living. My grandmother, for instance, everything ran on a time clock. She was very down to the minute, very, you will do this at this time, you will do this at this time, and then you will go to bed at this time, and that is just how it will be. Um, they're typically not very forthright in showing affection, but that's just something that they grew up with. That's how they've learned. That's how their life is. That's how they're comfortable. They don't even really make jokes about, say, a mistake that they made, or that's very passe in Germany. Um, my favorite, oh my gosh, I have to tell you, my favorite thing, and out of any tradition that the Germans have, is Polterbend. Polterbend is, I guess, have you ever, I'm sure you've seen in the movies where people from the old country, they smash plates or old dishes on the floor at a wedding. What that is to symbolize, we actually did it at my own wedding. We had to get special permission. But what that symbolizes is you're breaking it now, so nothing will break in the marriage in the future. The bride and groom then are the ones who clean up the, for lack of a better words, mess, and they're putting the broken behind them. It's such a beautiful sentiment, truthfully. We had to get special permission, and we were outside behind a a golf and country club, and they had a special area set up. They obviously protected themselves for liability reasons, but family, friends, everybody got to join in. We had old dishes. It was very, very cool. It was very important to my husband's family, as that's what they do for where they come from. Uh, for the other types of things, of course, a speech on Germany wouldn't be complete without the food. Uh, some of my favorites are streusels, because anything with fruit and pastry can't be bad. Black Forest cake. My husband, he loves the German chocolate cake with the coconut and stuff like that, with the dark chocolate, but the Black Forest cake is just so rich and decadent. It's amazing. If you've never tried it, I seriously suggest it. Um, they also have what's called a Schneeball or Schneeball. I can never say it correctly, but it's this round pastry, and it's almost like a shortbread cookie. It's so good. I can't even explain it. My grandmother used to make it with kind of a cookie dough in the middle. Sometimes they eat it with just the pastry, or the shortbread type filling. Um, and then my grandmother, oh my gosh, she used to make the most incredible lemon pudding, but it had brandy. Um, I can't even, yeah, I'm getting hungry at this point. And then of course, the sweets are my favorite, but they've always got their standard foods like their brats, sauerkraut, because a meal's not complete with sauerkraut. Jägerschnitzel, I don't personally like it, but it's pounded pork patties and it's breaded, typically served with like a really rich mushroom sauce on the top. It's good, but my husband really likes it anyway. And then, of course, you can't, a Bavarian pretzel. My grandmother taught me how to make those. And then my husband's grandmother disagreed with the recipe. So that was kind of cute. The two of them came together, and it was interesting to see two very serious women fighting almost over the recipes. But of course, they both come from different areas in Germany. So different regions, just like anywhere else. You know. Most, if Germany is so much, I would love to go there at some point someday, just because it is part of who I am. And the older I've gotten, the more I've learned about it, the more it'd be a cool place to go. The outfits and the structure and the routine and the tradition. For me, tradition is very important. I have two children, so I've I really think that that's something important that they learn. I wish I would have learned more when I was younger. But uh, just like anything else, we're all come from multi different backgrounds. We all have, well, most of us anyway, have major diversity. But there's no reason we can't be proud of where we've come from, or at least the nationalities that we do know of that are inside of us. Embracing that kind of preserves the past and brings it into the future. Thank you so much for listening and have a great night.